Now let's get to the man of the hour in Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. Now, if you've been watching this channel, if you have been watching on social media, you know that I have been likely one of the loudest people in sports media that have banged the drum that have said, whoa, hold up. I know we all love Caleb, and I know he's special, and I know he's insanely talented, but wait a second. He's going to be Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Peyton Manning, and Cam Newton, and every good quality of a quarterback ever assembled rolled into one, and I'm just supposed to take it, or I'm a hater, as some people say? That's what I'm supposed to do? And then we saw on Sunday what actually happens in the NFL. Rookies don't just come in to a grown man's game and start dominating, especially at the quarterback position. The only position really in the NFL that rookies come in and start electrifying everything right away is the running back position. And what do we mostly believe in the running back position in 2024? It's not as valuable. It's not as effective. You can kind of pick and pluck whichever guys you want. But this Caleb Williams thing is entirely fascinating. Because as someone like myself who has said, listen, he's probably going to be good, but he marches to the beat of his own drum. He does things a little bit differently. He's a little bit different of a leader. We have to just grab on and just believe right away he's going to be the next savior of Chicago. This was my issue with the Caleb Williams hype train. The NFL is insanely fast. It's insanely tough. And instead of just having one or two guys on the field in college football that are probably going to go to the pros with you, you have 20. You have 20 guys plus on the field that can all play. 22, if we're just rounding it off to the correct number that are on a field. Caleb Williams, what I saw on Sunday was a guy who looked lost, was a player who looked like everything was coming at him 10 times faster than his brain was ready to process. That happens. I'm not going to slander Caleb Williams. I'm not going to destroy the narrative of Caleb Williams just because I want this instant gratification. I am here to be fair. I'm not loyal to a take. I'm loyal to the truth. You will always hear me say that on this channel, on social media. If my opinion is wrong, I will change my opinion accordingly. Caleb Williams may work in the NFL. And I'm not saying he's a bust, and I'm not saying especially that he's a superstar, because this game is incredibly hard. But what I saw on Sunday was a quarterback that looked lost, was a rookie that looked like a deer in headlights, was a guy that for the first time in his football career said, oh, shoot, I'm in trouble. Because in college football, you're the man. In high school football, you're the man. You'll maybe play against 5, 6, 7 guys in your high school and college who will be in the pros with you. Then when you snap that ball and look at how fast everyone is moving and how quickly the game needs to progress, that's what happens. It's why I always push back on this narrative of Caleb Williams is going to be awesome. Caleb is going to run a rough shot over the league. Nick Wright has him in the Super Bowl. Other people have at the top of their quarterback tiers. Everyone is telling me he's already a top 8 quarterback. And I just continued to beat the drum of, could I watch just one game of Caleb before I anoint him the next CJ Stroud of this year as a rookie, the next elite quarterback to come out of the draft? You have to let this stuff bake. And not to mention, Caleb Williams has a steep hill to climb, and it's not just the expectations that everyone has laid out for him. For those that don't know, let me paint you a picture. The Chicago Bears, not the Browns, not the Cardinals, not the Falcons, not the insert horrific team here. The Bears are the worst franchise in NFL history when it comes to quarterbacking. They have ruined every quarterback that has came through their doorways. They've never had a 4,000-yard passer. They've never had a franchise quarterback. And now Caleb Williams not only has to live up to the expectations that were set for him pre-draft, that he is going to be one of the best bona fide talents in the NFL, he also has to resurrect a dead franchise. He also has to basically excel past all the mediocrity that is the New York Bears, that is the Chicago Bears. You can't just skim over that. I don't care how great a guy is. Andrew Luck was phenomenal. At the end of the day, he couldn't rise above the dysfunction because of his health, because the Indianapolis Colts were so terrible taking care of the guy. So this idea that Caleb was just going to run roughshod over the league and he wasn't going to have any bumps or any bruises and he was just going to pick up with the speed of the NFL despite playing in college football for the past 2.5 years. He was just going to pick up where he left off? No. And it's this idea that we should slow down on judging quarterbacks, slow down on just immediately having confirmation bias the second someone does something cool in preseason. Because Caleb Williams is bearing a very heavy cross. He has not only to live up to the expectations that everyone has set for him pre-draft, but he has to excel past the dysfunction of the Chicago Bears, who have literally never had a franchise quarterback, who have literally never had a 4,000-yard passer, who have literally never had any real adults at the quarterback position. Caleb needs to rise above all of that. So although I've always been saying, yes, let's be careful about the Caleb Williams hype, let's also not go too far the other direction. Because now I see people saying, oh, he's a bust, didn't play well, and didn't even have 100 yards. There's only 2 other quarterbacks that have won games in their rookie seasons or won starts with less than 100 yards passing, and one of them was Desmond Ridder. No, I don't think that Caleb Williams is the next Desmond Ridder. I think he's going to work in the NFL. Now, I have said, how well is he going to work? I don't know. Because Caleb Williams has never been told no a day in his life. Caleb Williams has only been told how amazing he is. He's going to have to move past that. And he is going to have to, at this point, excel past the dysfunction of the Chicago Bears. So I'm not on the side of Caleb Williams is already a bust, and I'm not on the side of it's okay, he's still going to be a superstar. Let's just let Caleb Williams bake, because everyone went right past my judgments of he's a little bit of an odd character. He marches to the beat of his own drum. He does things a little differently. It's probably going to work, but I just want to watch one NFL game first to make sure it's going to work. And now you have people going too far the other direction. He's a bust. That's not the case. I don't know if Caleb Williams is going to work in the NFL. I think he is. But not only, like I've mentioned before, does he have to live up to the expectations that we have all set for him, he has to do that while excelling past the dysfunction of the Chicago Bears, who have ruined every single quarterback they've ever touched in their franchise history. So you have to allow this guy some time to bake. Because what I saw on Sunday was a young quarterback that was shocked at how fast the game was. And it's going to take a second for him to learn how to process these things much more quickly than he was doing so on Sunday.